What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Real Highlights podcast. Make sure to subscribe and leave a 5-star review right now. They're both free. Let's get right into it. So if I'm not mistaken, we stopped recording at about 11:02 p.m. Eastern time or Central on the November 20 updates. So I don't think we got to Jure Holiday. So he signed a 3-year deal worth about $18 million to return to the Indiana Pacers. He's a great contract for him. He probably could have got more. I don't know. I mean, he's 31. He was 40. He shot 40.5% from the 3-point line last year, and averaged eight points. Ooh, that was a stunner. And then if we continue, we went over Jeremy Grant, how he's signing with Detroit, but he's getting a $60 million deal for 3 years, $20 million a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Great deal for him. I don't know how great of a deal it is for Detroit, but great deal for him. In a 3-team deal, the Dallas Mavericks will get James Johnson from the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Detroit Pistons will receive DeLon Wright from the Mavericks, and Oklahoma City will receive Trevor Ariza, Justin Jackson, and another future pick. Good deal for Dallas and Oklahoma. It's a fine for Detroit. I mean, they just got another player. I think this is a really good deal for Dallas because they need someone to protect Luka and KP.
Yeah.
Get Patrick Beverly out their face. And good deal for Oklahoma because now they have a guy who championship teams want in Trevor Ariza and another future pick. And a young guy in Justin Jackson who might end up being a good role player. The Oklahoma City Thunder have agreed in principle to trade Steven Adams to the New Orleans Pelicans as part of a multi-team deal. Sources told ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski the Pelicans are expected to send a 2023 first-round pick and multiple second-round picks. If I'm not mistaken, this turns into a 3-team deal or 4-team deal, so we'll go over that in a little bit. Derrick Jones Jr. has agreed to a 2-year, $19 million deal for Portland. I think we went over this. I don't know if we did. I think we just went over their signing. I don't think we went over the contract, but I think that's good for Portland. Good for Derrick Jones Jr. James Ennis III has agreed to a deal to return to Orlando. He's 30 years old, average 8.5 points a game. Fine for him.
Yeah.
Robin Lopez is gonna sign with the Washington Wizards on a $5 million deal. Or not? I don't know if it's $5 million. He declined his $5 million player option. So it's probably around that range because he wouldn't have declined.
Probably like $6 million or something.
Yeah. JaMychal Green has agreed to a 2-year, $15 million deal with the Denver Nuggets with a player option in the second season. League sources confirmed to ESPN. He averaged 7.3 points and 6.3 rebounds with the Clippers last year. I think that's a pretty good deal for him. Jacob Poeltl is finalizing a 3-year deal worth nearly $27 million to stay with San Antonio.
A lot of money for him. Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah. Okay, here's the 4-team deal. Pelicans are trading Jure Holiday to Milwaukee. The Oklahoma City Thunder who are sending Steven Adams to New Orleans. New Orleans will receive George Hill and Darius Miller, a 2023 protected first-round pick.
George Hill and Darius Miller are going to Oklahoma City.
Oh, you're right. Thanks for the correction. George Hill and Darius Miller going to Oklahoma, a 2023 first-round pick via Denver, and a second-round pick, and second-round picks in 2023 via Charlotte and 2024 via Washington. Maurice Harkless has agreed to a 1-year, $3.6 million deal with the Miami Heat. Oh, that's fine. I think he's a 3-and-D guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he is.
Chris Dunn has agreed to a 2-year, $10 million deal with the Hawks. This is questionable for the Hawks. I think it's a good deal, but they just signed Rondo, right?
Oh, yeah, they did.
And they have
I think they signed Dunn before Rondo.
Yeah, and they have Trae Young. I don't know.
And Herter and stuff.
Yeah, I like Herter. He's obviously not as good as Klay Thompson, but he's progressing. Not as fast as Klay Thompson did, but similar.
He is getting good, though.
And the person who helped draft the Warriors dynasty, is the person who drafted John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and Trae Young, which is kind of funny.
So maybe really see something in her, probably.
Yeah. Bobby Portis has agreed to a 2-year, $7.5 million deal with the Bucks. Really like this for him. And the Bucks, yeah, I think he'll fit in there as long as he doesn't get a big ego like he did in Chicago, I want to say.
I think Chicago.
Yeah, I think it was Chicago.
He was on Chicago before the Knicks.
Yeah. DJ Augustine has agreed to a 3-year, $21 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Great deal for him. Questionable for the Bucks. But, he's a 12-year veteran who has playoff experience. He's been to the finals.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, with Orlando?
Yeah. So I think it's a, I don't know, good deal. He'll come off the bench for them. Fred VanVleet has agreed to a 4-year, $85 million deal to return to the Toronto Raptors with a player option in the final year. Sorry, it's the most money ever given to an undrafted free agent.
Undrafted player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty good, so he deserves it.
Gordan Hayward is probably the biggest deal. Declined his $34.2 million player option. We were all confused about that originally, weren't we?
Yeah. I didn't know why he would decline that much money.
Yeah, so much money just to get $30 million a year for the next 4 years with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Great deal for Hayward. It's questionable for Charlotte, but at least they get a relevant player. And they try to sign Hayward.
Gonna be.
Yeah, they try to sign Hayward.
Get a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, and he's going to be a main player for the first time in a while. If I'm not mistaken, Charlotte almost signed Hayward, but Utah matched the contract.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say, 2014 or 2015? One of those years.
The last contract with Utah?
Yeah, it was the contract before Utah. Avery Bradley has agreed to leave the Los Angeles Lakers for the Miami Heat, 2-year, $11.6 million deal. I didn't see this, but that's a great deal for him and the Heat. Really like this.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Crowder. Yeah, Jay Crowder is agreeing to leave the Heat. 3-year, $30 million deal with the Suns. Really like this for the Suns. They're gonna pay one of the best 3-and-D guys $10 million a year. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, solid role.
Yeah.
Defense, I think, too.
Gary Clark, 2-year, $4.1 million deal to stay with Orlando. Don't know who he is. Actually, yeah, I do. Yeah. I think he's like a small forward, power forward, that position.
I will investigate.
Yeah,
he's a power forward.
Yeah. Jeff Green is set to join his 10th team in 13 seasons. Wow. Agreeing to a 1-year veterans minimum with the Nets. Really like that. He's reuniting with KD. They were once teammates on Oklahoma and the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
Raul Neto. He's always on my team when I do an expansion team in my league in 2K. Like, always the backup point guard for some reason.
Paul Millsap's always on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raul Neto, 1-year deal, veterans minimum for Washington. I don't know, hasn't done much. 5 points, 2 assists. Rajon Rondo is going to sign with the Atlanta Hawks for a 2-year, $15 million deal. He got his ring on 2 rival teams. Now he's going to go get his money. Good for him. Pat Connaughton has agreed to a 3-year deal worth $16 million to return to Milwaukee. Good for him. I think that's pretty good for Milwaukee, too. Can shoot and is super athletic. Paul Millsap, 1-year, $10 million deal to return to Denver.
Retire after this year.
Yeah.
That's why it's only 1 year, probably.
Yeah. I mean, he's helping. Jeremy Grant left, so he's helping with that. Elfrid Payton has agreed to a 1-year, $5 million deal with the Knicks. If I'm not mistaken, Paul Millsap was getting paid $30 million a year before this.
He was.
Yeah, let me see. The Wolves tried to sign him for a similar deal. Yeah, 3-year, $90 million deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for him.
Carmelo Anthony, 1 year veterans minimum of Portland, or not even veterans minimum, just league minimum, I think. Great for both players in that situation. Good for Carmelo, good for Portland. I'm surprised Melo didn't get more money, but I mean, he's got paid. He's fine staying in Portland.
Yeah.
Torrey Craig, yeah, so Denver, they took his contract away. So now he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
Denzel Valentine has agreed to return to Chicago on a 1-year deal, signing his qualifying offer worth $4.6 million. Tristan Thompson agreed to a 2-year, $19 million deal to return to go to Boston. Great deal for Boston. He's gonna help come in and fill that center slot.
At the center. Yeah.
Which they didn't really have. That was their weakness.
He averaged
12 points, 10 rebounds.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Brad Wanamaker has agreed to a 1-year deal worth $2.25 million to play for the Warriors. Good deal for the Warriors. Can shoot. Wes Iwundu has agreed to join the Mavs. Don't know his contract. Probably know it later when we keep scrolling through here. KCP, 3-year deal worth $40 million to return to Los Angeles.
That's a lot of money for him.
Yeah, J.R. Smith was there to mentor him.
Yeah.
Nerlens Noel, $5 million deal to join Knicks. Good for him. Good for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Jeff Teague is signing with the Celtics. This is questionable for the Celtics.
Oh, I did not see that one.
I didn't think they'd want to sign him. But, yeah, Celtics have the reasons. I mean, probably the best front office in the league.
Yeah.
Javon Carter, 3-year deal, $11.5 million. The sign with the Suns. I mean, I don't know. He's an okay point guard. He's nothing crazy. He's also not trash. Just good role player.
Probably back up.
Yeah.
5 points, 2 rebounds.
This is pretty big. Serge Ibaka has agreed to a 2-year deal worth $19 million to play for the Clippers.
Yeah,
really
that's
like
huge.
this. And he's
For the Clippers.
He's gonna
Love
join
them, actually.
Kawhi. Yeah.
Yeah, I think him and Kawhi are friends.
Yeah. Brian Forbes, 2-year deal to join Milwaukee. Really good for Milwaukee. Shot like 40% from 3.
Yeah, 40% on 9 points.
Harry Giles agreed to a 1-year deal with Portland. Like this for Harry Giles. Like this for Portland. Harry Giles is the number 1 guy in the country, and then he tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's cool.
Some big news. Donovan Mitchell, 5-year, $195 million contract. Not bad.
To re-sign with the Jazz.
Yeah. Torrey Craig has reached an agreement on a deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Good for the Milwaukee Bucks, another 3-and-D guy, who is much younger than Wes Matthews.
Wait.
Yeah, Kent Bazemore, 1-year deal with the Warriors.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Rejoining the Warriors. Damian Jones has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Suns. He's a center, pretty good center. I think he's played on the Warriors for the most of his career.
He was on the Hawks last year, though.
Oh, he was. But he was on the Warriors, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Jonte Porter, 3-year deal, $6 million to stay with the Grizzlies. Jonte Porter always ends up on my team in 2K. I have no idea how, but he did. Bogdan Bogdanović signed a 4-year, $72 million deal to sign with the Hawks. The Kings have 48 hours to match the offer sheet. Don't think that will happen, though.
Yeah. And Damian Jones was on
Warriors. Willie Cauley-Stein, $8.2 million deal to return to Dallas. He got traded from the Warriors to Dallas. Deadline, right?
I think so, on the deadline.
Yeah. The Pistons are trading for Tony Bradley. or trading Tony Bradley to the Sixers for Zaire Smith. I don't really care. He's fine. Nothing crazy. Sterling Brown has agreed to a 1-year deal with Houston. Shooter. Tatum, 5-year deal worth up to $195 million if he makes an All-NBA team. Then he gets the $195 million. Or else it's $165 million, I think.
It's $30 million for it. Dang, All-NBA team. Crazy.
DeAnthony Melton, 4-year, $35 million deal. To return to Memphis. That's kind of a lot of money, but I think he's a pretty good shooter and a pretty good defender, so makes sense. Austin Rivers is signing with the Knicks. I didn't understand this because it's a 3 or $10 million deal, so he's getting $3 million a year. I thought he could get more on a different team.
3.3 million.
But he's gonna live in New York, and his Doc Rivers played for the Knicks, so yeah. Oklahoma Thunder traded Jalen McHugh to the Pacers for TJ Leaf and a future second-round pick. The Knicks traded Ed Davis to the Timberwolves for Omari Spellman and Jacob Evans. Question?
Yeah,
it's an okay
Ed Davis
deal.
isn't very. I don't think he's really that good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll help out, but he's not insane.
But Spellman and Evans, I'm pretty sure, were both in the G League when we had them. So.
Yeah. The Raptors will sign Aaron Baines on a 2-year, $14 million deal like this.
Replacement for Monk, I think.
Yeah, for Marc Gasol. The Lakers are trading JaVale McGee and a future second-round pick to Cleveland for Jordan Bell and Alfonso McKinney. No, that's Jordan McKinney. I was going to say he won 3 rings in a row. 2 with the Warriors, 1 with the Raptors. But I'm incorrect on that. The Lakers signed Marc Gasol on a 2-year deal. I think it's worth about $5 million, I want to say. The Toronto Raptors.
I think it's $5 million.
Yeah. The Raptors signed DeAndre Benfrey. I think he's an okay shooter. He's not, not LeBron James. 2-year, $4 million deal.
Yeah, it's pretty good for him, I guess.
Dario Saric agreed to a 3-year, $27 million deal to stay with the Phoenix Suns. Not bad. I think it's a pretty good contract. I mean, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Perfect. Solomon Hill, 1-year deal with the Hawks. I don't know. He's okay. I think he was on the Heat.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, Damian Dotson, 2-year, $4 million deal with the Cavs. Yeah, I think he was on the Knicks.
Yeah, he was on the next 3 seasons with them.
Mm-hmm. Markieff Morris is going back to the Lakers. I don't know his contract. We'll probably find that soon though. Alex Len, 1-year deal with Toronto Raptors. I like that. He's also there to replace Marc Gasol. Matthew Dellavedova has returned to Cleveland Cavaliers on a 1-year, $2.7 million deal. $2.17 million deal. Minimum. Yeah, good deal. The Wizards general manager Tommy Shepard said there's no plans to trade John Wall and that the former All-Star point guard has not requested a trade. People will be saying the most random things.
Yeah, when did that rumor started?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. The Rockets, this is just now. Rockets signed DeMarcus Cousins to a veteran's minimum. Really like this for Houston, and it gives DeMarcus Cousins a chance to,
reprove himself.
Yeah, reprove himself after double Achilles injury and an ACL, or after an Achilles injury and an ACL. He did the Klay Thompson the other way, or Klay Thompson did the
ACL then.
Yeah. And the most recent deal, Langston Galloway a deal. He's signing with Phoenix. I think he was on Detroit. Yeah, he was on Detroit.
Yeah.
About 40% from 3-point line last year.
10
Pretty good.
points. Yeah. Solid.
Yeah, we have some other stuff too. What was it about? It was. Oh, can't remember. Let's see. Let's see. Anything crazy? Oh yeah, is Giannis ever gonna sign that Supermax? Is that gonna happen?
Oh, yeah, I think he'll sign it. Probably I think a contract extension deadline during the season.
Oh, I don't
'Cause
think
he'll
he can
see how
sign it then. Or yeah,
like,
no, he can't.
oh,
It's like during the
I
off
don't know.
season. Yeah, I mean, he either can do it now or next off season. I don't see why you sign
Yeah,
it
maybe
now.
just
Like,
wait
why
till
not
the
just
next.
wait? Yeah, doesn't make a lot of
See how the
sense.
team does, and if it does bad, then
Yeah,
leave or something to the Heat or Warriors or something, or the Timberwolves. That's accepted
yeah. My
on
my
league minimum.
fantasy team's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think I destroyed
Yeah, I
this
killed.
week.
I can't wait to go over my fantasy matchup next week. Do I go? I think I go against you. It's. I don't have McCaffrey playing, but I still have a pretty good lineup. That's all I'll tell you. That's all you need to know.
Well,
I have Taysom Hill starting at tight end for me. They're gonna switch him to only quarterback. Now, do you want him? Give me a receiver.
I'll give you Jarvis Landry.
Is he even playing or is he injured?
Oh yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
DJ Chark, Antonio Brown.
Did he start Hilaire? Do you even have Hilaire?
I'm not starting him.
Why not? Give me him. I'll trade for him.
He hasn't been doing good lately.
Yeah, he had a good game, but yeah, he's been inconsistent. I'll trade for him though. I'll give you Josh Allen.
No,
Who you can
I'm not
argue?
thinking about starting
Josh Allen's you can argue is better, right?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I already have Ben Roethlisberger set.
Ben Roethlisberger's been pretty luscious, and your backup quarterback just tore his ACL.
Maybe.
And you have McLaurin, who's getting 80 yards a game and maybe even a touchdown with Alex Smith as his quarterback. And Edmonds, who had a receiving touchdown for Arizona.
Can't even drop Burrow.
Why not?
I don't know. It says locked.
How about you trade him to me into Josh Allen? Josh Allen's on his bye, so you'll have him. You get him rested for next week. He's getting a week off. Know what I mean? So you have him ready for next week.
I don't know. I want Josh Allen.
You don't want Josh Allen? Do you want Deshaun Watson?
Actually, I'll trade you DJ Chark and Joe Burrow for Josh Allen.
Who is DJ who?
DJ Chark Jr. He's on Jaguars. He averages 14 points, 13 points.
Let me see this guy. He's on the Jaguars. What position is he?
Wide receiver.
I already have James Robinson.
13.4.
I have James Robinson.
He's actually better than Jarvis Landry, though. Jarvis is only getting 11 points. He's getting 13.
Yeah, I guess. For Josh Allen?
Sure.
Or do you want Taysom Hill? Taysom Hill honestly might be a better option, if I'm going to be honest too.
No, I'll take Josh Allen.
No, but for real.
No.
Because Taysom Hill runs him in.
No. I'll take Josh Allen.
Do you really want Josh Allen, though?
I think I do.
Are you sure you want Josh Allen?
I'll even give you Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Tight end for Baltimore.
Yeah, he's been pretty luscious this whole year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been up and down.
Can you offer it to me? I'll just accept it. I have a lot of guys I'm gonna trade away, so I'm trading like half my team away. Everybody on my bench is pretty much getting traded, except Hunter Henry, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, and Yeah, that's it. I'm trading, and McCaffrey, who's never going to play a game, it seems like, always injured. So yeah, just offered to me. Why doesn't Lamar Jackson learn to throw? I mean, he's good, but, like, he's not been good this year for some reason. Thought he'd be better.
So Mark Andrews, DJ Chark, and Burrow.
Yeah, and I'll drop Burrow. Because it won't let you, right?
And it just said locked.
Yeah, I'll try and drop him.
I sent it to you.
Let's see. Review. Can I accept it? And I'll accept that. Accept trade.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
I have to drop someone. I can't actually drop anyone right now.
You can't.
I'll accept it tomorrow because my
yeah.
trade goes through tomorrow, and then my whole bench will be gone, and I can't drop anyone because all those players are going to Trevor for Dalvin Cook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have Dalvin Cook on my team with McCaffrey and Aaron Jones and Mike Evans and Devontae Adams and Justin Herbert. If you take Burrow out of it, it might work.
Then you can accept it now?
Yeah, then I'll be able to accept it if you take Burrow out, I think. Because I'd have to drop James Robinson, but I kind of want to keep him as a backup.
Okay.
Because McCaffrey seems to be injury prone.
Drew. Chark.
Live fantasy football trades right now. This is crazy.
This might decide the fate of the league.
Fate of the league on the line. Yeah, here we go. I should be able to accept this one now. I still have to drop someone. Okay. Well, I guess just decline. I'll decline the one, and I'll accept the Joe Burrow one tomorrow. All right, let's actually, yeah. You can put Joe Burrow on your IR, and it'll work.
Oh, I can. I'll just have to wait for some more to do that.
Yeah, I added an extra IR slot because it seems like a lot of corona is happening right now and injuries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Make sure to subscribe right now, and we're gonna stop it. We're gonna wait 20 seconds because we like that even 28:00. It just looks really nice when you're just looking at the file. Just everything in general looks way better. And we've managed to talk through that 15 seconds. Now we only have 4 seconds. 57, 58, 59. Subscribe right now. See ya.